Well, we are recording our class. Very well. And we're going to start with a topic from the last class. So in previous class, we saw a review of the reflexive pronouns. Okay, so let's check another review and then we check also some of the uses of a preposition that is by. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so the last class we checked this exercise that's about the reflexive pronouns. Remember that the reflexive pronoun is when the object of the sentence refers to the subject. Okay, so it's the same. Okay, I heard. I didn't heard other person. I didn't heard anyone else. I heard myself. Okay, so we can use the reflexive pronoun in different ways, right? I have shown you that you can use reflexive pronouns when you are seeing, when you are using, for example, a verb that is transitive. So the idea needs to be complete. I cut. If I say I cut, it could be many things, right? I cut an onion. I cut anything, right? So if I want to say that me corté, right? In this case, in Spanish, we use the el me, right? Which is, in this case, kind of a reflexive, okay? In this case, we're going to call myself. I cut myself to indicate that in this case, the verb that is transitive refers to the subject. Another use of the reflexive is when you want to say that you did something alone. All right. How could you say, yo reparé mi auto solo? How can you say that? How can you translate it?
I fix my car myself.
Exactly. I fixed my car. And is usually we add the by myself. But yeah, informally, you can also say, I fix my car myself, but by myself will be the most formal one. All right. Very well. Another use of the reflexive pronouns that we can find. One second, please. Okay. Another use we can find of this is when you want to be emphatic about the subject. For example, you yourself, tú mismo, right? So you would say this when the subject did something important, so you want to emphasize the subject. You yourself came to my house last night. What is the difference if you say only you came to my house last night. What is the difference if you add the yourself? Yourself is saying that this is something surprising, that this is something unexpected, algo que no se esperaba, right? Something that maybe you didn't expect the subject coming to your house, so you add yourself, tú mismo, right? Okay, so those are the uses of the reflexive pronouns. Here, this is something that we checked the last class, right? This exercise, a comic book writer, himself. Be careful you don't confuse, because sometimes the reflexive, they look like a possessive, and sometimes, but they are not possessive, right? For example, when I say myself, parece que todos tienen que ser posesivos, right? Yourself también parece posesivo, pero no decimos himself, right? So here, himself, herself, no decimos their self, so we say themselves, ourselves, and itself. As you can see, the plural, you change the F for a V when it's the plural, okay, in the ES. Okay, I bought myself. Lauren and Rafa learn about the problem themselves. We watched ourselves. You, yourself. Okay. But I want to focus today on the use of this preposition by. By. How can we translate by? By suele traducirse como por. Just that in this sentence, no se puede traducir de esa forma, pero generalmente es por. So what are the uses of by? Well, I'm going to show you some uses and some phrases that you can use with by. Okay, so these are some uses of by. First, you use by when you're talking about a place, something that is it's used in order to give a reference, como para dar una referencia. It's similar, but not exactly, to close and next. Close, next. Okay, so by use it for place. For example, someone could ask, imagine that you're in a party or you're in a meeting, right? And they say, where is your brother? What is your brother? So let's imagine that you're in a party at someone's house. And well, this house is big, it has a pool, it has a bar area. It's a big house. So someone asks, where is your brother? Well, you can use the preposition by. For example, the man standing by the pool is my brother. Okay, so the preposition by is like saying el que está parado por la piscina o cerca de la piscina. As I've told you, the meaning is similar to close or next to, como al lado de o por ahí. Right? The man standing by the pool. El hombre parado junto a la piscina. Okay. So you use by when you talk about places, like in a small place. You can also use it in some phrases, right? For example, where can I find, I don't know, any person? The police station, or you can say, it's by the train station. The police station is by the train station. So by is like saying it's close, está cerca. It's by the train station. Even some people use the preposition nearby, cercano a la estación. But when you say by, quiere decir como está por ahí. It's by the train station, but you're not being precise. You're not saying it's next to, you're not saying it's in front of. You are not saying it's behind something, okay? So by is just to say approximately, está cerca, aproximadamente, okay? So that's how you can use the preposition by. Okay, another use of by is that by, like in this sentence, in sentence number 3, you can use it to you can use it to say how you do something. So by answers a question, how, ¿cómo haces algo? Okay, so you use by in this case, like in the example, you see number 3, they are telling you how they learn about the problem. Aquí el verbo learn lo vamos a tomar como averiguar. Okay, learn también quiere decir averiguar. Lauren and Rafa learn about the problem themselves. Entonces aquí tenemos una parte de la oración, right? How? How did they learn? ¿Cómo aprendieron eso? By reading articles online. Leyendo artículos online. So the by answers the question, how you did something. Okay. For example, you could say, I passed the test. I passed the test. How? By studying. By studying. By could be by remembering the key topics, recordando los temas clave, los más importantes. Okay, so other thing could be the project. I don't know, the mega project. The mega project started by initiative of the rich man. Este megaproyecto empezó ¿cómo? Mediante la iniciativa de hombres ricos. Okay. You can lose weight. Puedes perder peso. How? How can I lose weight? Can you tell me some ideas?
Eating healthy.
By. And you see that you have a verb after by. The verb is in gerund, in ing, like in number 3, it says by reading. So here we would say by eating healthy. Okay. So the by is used, this preposition by is used when you answer the question, how you do something. But that's not it. By has a lot of other uses. And I'm going to show you the ones that are most common. We have there is one that is by chance. By chance. So someone could ask, how did you meet your husband? How did you meet your wife? By chance. By chance means I was walking, he was walking, we met. By chance. So by chance means like, it's like casuality is something that is not intended, unintended. So you could say unintended. Unintended is como decir sin intención, by chance, por accidente. Okay, next expression is by all accounts. By all accounts is what all the people say. By all accounts means my teacher says this, my dad says this, my friend says this. So everyone says this. So that is by all accounts. For example, by all accounts, it was mentioned that the man well, we have an expression that is was play. I would say it's better to use maybe was cheating. On his wife. By all accounts, eso que sí, todo el mundo decía, todo el mundo mencionaba que el hombre estaba engañando a su esposa. So by all accounts means that everyone said this, so it's all true. Or you could say by all accounts, I don't know, by all accounts, I don't know, the thief was pointed out por toda la gente señalaba quién era el ladrón. By all accounts, the thief was pointed out. So, by all accounts means that everyone says that. Todo el mundo lo dice. Okay. It could be also, for example, if you are, depending on your area, for example, you can say by all accounts, and you can refer to all the newspapers. For example, by all accounts, the Universal, the New York Times, the BBC, all the news mentioned by all accounts. If you are talking about maybe a disease, by all accounts, maybe it can be all the doctors. By all accounts, I heard about my disease, all right? So meaning that everyone says that, and that is probably true, okay? Well, the next one is by all means. By all means. By all means is takes what it takes. Que pase lo que pase, something will happen by all means. Okay. So you're saying by all means, with all your energy, with all your resources, maybe with all your time, with all your money, by all means, cueste lo que cueste. All right. Next expression is by and by. By and by is like, we could say like sometimes, once in a time, como de vez en cuando. By and by. Es otra manera de decir de vez en cuando. So you can say by and by, we go to a cafeteria and eat dessert. Okay. The next one is by degrees. By degrees. What is by degrees? So you can use this expression to say that something is being more and more intense. What does that mean? For example, could be by degrees, could be the news about the corrupt scandal is going by degrees. So that means that está algo, un asunto que escala. Okay, that will be another one, another use of this expression. So far, do you have any questions, guys, about this? Check these expressions. Do you have any questions about the uses of by?
By degrees, entonces es algo que escala, teacher.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Es algo que aumenta, we could say like progresivamente, pero que va escalando. Yeah. Like something, algo que trasciende by degrees.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, so we have a couple of more of expressions. So let's review. Okay, so by is a preposition that you can use it for place. Like in these examples, by is explaining how you do something. You can lose weight. How? By eating healthy. And we also have these some other expressions. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
it's correct to say it's correct to say you can lose weight by doing exercise.
Yes. Yes, it's correct. You're seeing how. By eating healthy, by doing exercise. Yes, it's correct. By you're seeing how, sorry. Charge the computer. Okay, so we have another that is by mistake. By mistake, maybe you've heard it. By mistake means accidentally. También es como unintended, but this is more like something you didn't want to do. And it's a mistake, algo que es un error. So you say by mistake, por error. And by chance is something that happens because it's just unintended, una casualidad. That's by chance. And by mistake is something that you make, is a mistake that you make. Okay, so if we're checking some other expressions, can you please take any of these expressions, please write one sentence when you are using any of these expressions with by. Please write one sentence with by. You can use by chance, by accounts, by all means, by and by degrees, or by mistake. And you can leave it here on the chat. Okay, well, I think I can show you the some other expressions before you write your sentence. So the next expression we can use is learn something by heart. Learn by heart. This is an expression that is not correct to translate directly because directly it means aprender de corazón, o aprender algo por corazón. So you could think something that is actually not the meaning. Muy bien, vamos a ver la oración que escribo. I walk to the park by and by. Exactly. So it's like de vez en cuando. Very well. Learn by mistake. Learn by heart. Learn by heart. It doesn't have anything to do with your heart or your feelings. Okay, you are not talking about heart. Learn by heart means to memorize something. You can memorize things. So when you learn something by heart means from memory, aprenderse algo de memoria. Ok, que como les digo, no tiene nada que ver el corazón, algún origen deberá de tener, pero learn by heart es simplemente aprenderse algo de memoria. Ok. Well, the next one is by no means. By no means, también tenemos by all means y by no means. Entonces son opuestos. By no means, it means no way. Okay, de ninguna forma. By no means. Okay. By no means, that is, there's no way this happened. Impossible. Okay. And finally, by now. By now is como por ahora. By now, you are safe. Tomorrow, we don't know. By now, por ahora. Okay. So now I would like to check your sentences. Okay. I'm going to learn English by all means, exactly. And that's the attitude.
Teacher, can you repeat what means by no means, please?
Yes, of course, by no means no way. This is not going to happen. Impossible. So you say by no means you will, I don't know, you will leave the house. By no means, de ninguna forma tiras de la casa. I don't know. By no means, it's like that. Impossible, this can happen. I'm going to learn English by all means. I found my cat by chance. Okay, good. By all accounts, the murder was ejected. Okay. Todos decían que el asesino fue. You know, ejected is, I think ejected is more like expulsado. For example, you use eject with a drive, por ejemplo, con una memoria. Entonces, cuando sacas la memoria, eso es eject. Let me see, maybe eject has a similar meaning. No, en este caso, eject puede ser un false friend. Eject no significa ejecutar, sería expulsar, echar. Okay. I would say the murder was killed. Okay, maybe there's a synonym that could be to the one you want to use. Sería executed. Executed. Executed es ejecutado. Yes, because ejected sería expulsado. Okay. I met my husband by chance when I went hunting with my sisters and my teacher. Okay, very well. Thank you for sharing your phrases. So these are the uses of by. So remember, by chance, something unintended. Algo que se da por casualidad. By all accounts, es como todo el mundo dice. By all means. By all means is cueste lo que cueste. Okay, by all means. By and by, de vez en cuando. Okay, by degrees. By degrees, you say when something changes in a way, como trascender, right? Like we could say eventually, something that takes some time, but it trasciende by degrees. By mistake. By mistake means you didn't eat the same as unintended. No se quería realizar, pero fue un error. By mistake. Learn by heart. Learn by heart is memorize something. Okay? Aprenderse algo de memoria. By no means, no way, de ninguna forma. And by now, it means por ahora. Okay, so you can see that this preposition by has a lot of uses. And well, hope you can use them because actually by is very useful. And okay, so from here, we already checked the reflexives. We finished the last unit. And now it's time to check our next unit. Okay. Very well. So let me show you what we are going to learn during this unit, during this week too. Okay, so during this unit, we are going to learn personal qualities, phrasal verbs about making progress, phrasal verbs, it's a phrasal verb is a verb that you add another word and it has a different meaning, like give up, stand up. Okay. We're going to learn the present perfect and present perfect continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. All right. So this is what we are going to start with. If we have the first slang that is best foot forward. Best foot forward, it means to give the best of you, dar lo mejor de ti. Best foot forward is like do a great effort, hacer un gran esfuerzo. So that is like best foot forward. It means like do your best. Okay, so in order to start, we'll watch these. First, we're going to watch this video. I don't know if you ever heard of free diving. I don't know if you ever heard of free diving. Maybe it has another name. No, it's free diving. Apnea too. Se conoce como apnea, right? Apnea. Well, so the free diving discipline is different from just the scuba diving. Scuba diving, you have your equipment, you have an oxygen tank. But when you are free diving, you don't have any equipment. And the worst thing is that you can die. Many people just vanished like this. Yeah, so people, they sometimes they don't have any more oxygen and they are about to die. It's very dangerous. Some people have died. And people can go like up to 60 meters, if I'm not wrong. Well, let's find out about it in this video. Kind of crazy discipline. All right. Well, let's watch.
Born to dive. This is 24-year-old Michele Rollo from Sicily. He has an amazing skill. He can dive 45 meters underwater on one breath of air. Michele is a free diver. He can dive underwater without any breathing equipment. Michele has been training for a long time, but he's not a professional yet. To become one, he has to dive more than 50 meters in the Italian Free Diving Championship. If Michele qualifies as a professional free diver, he can stay in Sicily near his friends and family. But there's one problem. Michele's parents are worried about him. They have never fully understood his love for the sport and are concerned about his safety. So before the championship, Michele visits his parents to reassure them.
Do you really have to do this dive? You know it's dangerous. Really dangerous.
Fear is something you don't need. I think fear is what my mother has, when she says don't do this, don't do that. But Mom doesn't understand what I do. I'm not scared because I know what I'm doing. I've never gone beyond my limits.
On the day of the championship, there are no big crowds, only friends, the divers, and the judges. Michele uses the time to concentrate on his dive. Michele gets the signal that it's his turn. He dives down very quickly. He has never gone deeper than 45 meters before. It is a long wait. Over 3 minutes. Finally, Michele returns. He did it. He reached 57 meters. He can now dive in professional competitions in Sicily and around the world. His dream has finally come true.
Yeah, I was watching this documentary about this extreme sport, and people have died. Like while they're free diving, they pass out. It's like their brain switches off. It's I would like to show you some videos. So people, it's like they're swimming and then they are like blocked. Their brain switches off. You see, that's what happens to that people when they're practicing these sports. So they're like going like that, and then they try to save them and they give them oxygen. Because they go down without any equipment. They don't have the tank, they don't have anything. So they can die very easy. Okay. Very well. So this is what we are going to talk about. Maybe you don't practice any of these extreme sports, but you do something amazing that requires some qualities. All right. So we're going to check some of them. So let's check, like we have some paragraphs and some pictures, and we need to link the pictures with the paragraph. For example, letter C, we are talking about, who do you think is this woman? Who is this woman here in the picture C? What is she? What is her profession or her hobby maybe? What's her hobby in your opinion?
Painter.
Yes, she's a painter. And it says, right, she's very talented. Her pictures are really beautiful and she's determined too. She tries again and again until she gets it just right. So we have two qualities, talented and determined. The determined person, you say that we have the same in Spanish, right? The same word. When you are determined, you don't stop until you finish. So, do you consider yourselves to be determined people? Are you determined to achieve your goals? Do you consider yourselves determined? Well, I consider myself determined for some things, and other ones I need more motivation. Sorry?
Determinante.
Determinado or determinada. Yeah.
Okay.
Very well. So do you consider yourselves to be determined? Are you a determined person?
Yes, teacher.
Sometimes.
Okay, very good. So I'm determined. As long as I have the motivation, I think that I can do it. But if I'm not motivated, it's difficult to be determined in my case. Right? Okay. Well, the next one is number 2. And can you please help us, Miguel, read this paragraph? I will try to see if I can amplify it, because maybe it's small. 1 second.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, this paragraph, please.
He's really fun and he's very sociable. He talks with everyone. He's really good with the shy kids too. The ones who don't want to talk. Is letter number 5.
Yes, very well. So who do you think is this person? What is his profession?
He's I don't know how to say, like, niñero.
Yes, he could be a kind of teacher, a kind of babysitter.
Yes.
Babysitter will be like niñero. Yes, babysitter. Babysitter, teacher, could be at school. Okay. And yeah, he looks like he is very, we have another word that we could use, approachable. Approachable. I wrote it in the chat. What is the meaning of approachable? Approachable is like, for example, you always have a serious face. People don't approach to you because they think you are. Yes, people think that you are like grumpy, entonces no se te acercan. When you're an approachable person, it means that people, you're easy to reach out. Reach out es que se acercarte o acercarse o abordar a alguien. Reach out. So if you're approachable, people reach out to you. And so if you are not approachable, people don't like you or they are shy when they talk to you. So approachable is more like a friendly person, a person that, you know, you can talk to them and they will be open. That's approachable. Another quality. Okay. And do you consider yourselves to be sociable or are you shy? In your case, how could you define yourselves? Are you sociable or shy?
Shy.
Shy. Okay. Very well. I'm shy sometimes and I'm sociable sometimes. I don't know how to categorize myself. Okay, can you please help us, Heidi, read the next one?
Yes, teacher. He's strict and makes his students work hard, but they love him and are very motivated. He's number 1.
Yes, and who is this person?
Strict person. Karate.
Like a karate teacher. We also have a word that is discipline. Maybe you've heard it, right? A disciplined person.
Yes.
So maybe he's straight, he's disciplined. Okay. And makes his students work hard. Motivated. The students stay motivated. Motivado. Strict. Strict, right? So do you consider yourselves strict? Maybe you are strict to yourselves, or maybe you're strict to other people. Are you a strict person?
Yes, teacher, sometimes.
Very good. And discipline too, right? Discipline is about yourself. You never use discipline, this quality with other people. Discipline applies to you. So you're disciplined, that means that you don't stop the same, right? You're could be related to determined. But when you are disciplined, you follow a routine. Like if you say, you know, I want to lose weight. So I know I have to go and run to the park every morning. So you set your alarm and you wake up early and you run, even though if it's difficult, even if it's a cold day, like you're a disciplined person, means we could say, in English, we have the expression, a creature of habit. A creature of habit es una expresión en inglés. That means que es una persona que es fácil hacerse de hábitos buenos, generalmente. I'm a creature of habit. For example, you can say, I'm a creature of habit. I wake up at 7 and I drink my coffee at 7:15 every day, every morning, all the year. Well, this is not related to be a disciplined person, but could be with some other things. I'm a creature of habit. I wake up and I run in the park, I run on the beach, I go to the gym. All right. And let's check the next one. Please, Nubia, can you read next paragraph?
Yes. She's passionate about dancing. She loves it. And she's very hardworking too. She spends all her free time at the dance studio. It's
Okay, so
number 4.
very well. Number 4. So it's passionate.
Apasionado.
Yes, exactly. So use passionate, this context, right? It's about an activity, something that you like to practice. So when you're passionate, like you can notice, right, in the person, because it's something that they do every day or with some frequency, but also the effort they put on it. We say in English, put effort. Eso sería como poner esfuerzo, empeño, put effort. You can also say you do your best. Do your best is like, that's todo de ti. Okay. And hardworking, trabajador o trabajadora. In this case, she's very hardworking. Okay. And so are you passionate about anything, guys? I don't know. Are you passionate about your profession? Are you passionate about a hobby? Maybe you are passionate about some kind of art, music.
I am passionate about my family.
Okay, very well. Good, like taking care of them, make sure that they are okay. Good. Okay, and finally, could you please, Laura, read the last paragraph, please? Uriel, maybe you can read it for us, please, the last paragraph.
Yes, teacher. She's very easygoing. She never gets angry or impatient that I haven't practiced. And I am not very good, so she has to be really patient.
Okay, so first tell me, who are we talking about? Who are we talking about?
Is it teacher?
It's like a music teacher, a guitar teacher. All right. So in this case, this teacher is not that serious or strict. She's easygoing. 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 Don't confuse with outgoing. Outgoing is extrovert. Una persona extrovertida, outgoing. Easygoing could be the same, like similar, related, but easygoing is a person that is calm, that is friendly. We could say like the closest meaning could be like buena onda, right? Easygoing. So when you're easygoing, also you don't get angry easily. When you are an easygoing person, it means you take everything calmly and you don't get offended easily. So you are not angry at any situation. And we have the other one that is impatient. You have patient and impatient. So this case says that she never gets impatient. That's another characteristic, right? But maybe some of us are impatient, right? Okay, so now for homework, please write you on the chat, on WhatsApp. You can write, describe some qualities about you. Like what are the qualities that make yourself? And for example, maybe you are very easygoing, or maybe you are very a loving person. Loving means that it is muy amoroso, right? Maybe you are hardworking. So try to write 3 qualities that you think describe and make yourself, and make you the person that you are, and try to explain why you are this way. So don't only say, I am sociable, passionate, easygoing. No, try to write also why you think you have these qualities and when you have displayed such qualities, cuando has demostrado esas cualidades. Okay, so we'll continue with this. We're checking tomorrow 2 topics that are the present perfect continuous and the past perfect continuous. It's not very complicated, but we just have to check some features. So guys, well, thank you for joining us this morning and have an excellent day.